Well, good morning, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Welcome to one big virtual weekend. And I know no better way than to start this morning out with some yoga. We are blessed this morning to have Heather Winia with us. She's from the class of 91. And I just think it's a perfect way to start today and to have her here with us and to have you joining us as well. I hope this morning is a blessing to you all. If you are participating in yoga, you have somebody with you and you want to share pictures, we are going to be posting virtual pictures, of course, that people have taken on our website. Feel free to share them with us at alumni@hope.edu. So feel free to snap some shots, post them on social media, and we would love to share those as well. So that's all you're going to hear from me. I'm Jenna Teeter. I work in the alumni office, and we are so glad you're here. I'm going to pass this along to Heather. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jenna. Good morning, everybody. So a little interactiveness, just so I know you're out there. It's a little bit hard on a webinar set up on Zoom like this to feel connected, and I just want to feel connected. So if you know how to use the little chat feature, if you want to type a hello or how much experience in yoga you have, type in the chat real quick, and then we're going to get started. If you don't know how to type in the chat, good morning. Just wave to me and I'm going to really just feel your energy. Good morning. So I live in Zealand. I am an alum of Hope College, graduated in 91, so that's a really long time ago. Have taught Pilates at Hope for a really long time, up until this interesting year. Coming from Kalamazoo, very little experience, perfect. Chelsea, Michigan, beautiful. Yay, Zealand, Amanda. Good, yes, I love this. This helps me feel like we're in the same place, which I know we are, but thank you all for coming. If you have no experience with yoga, you're gonna be just fine. If you have a lot of experience with yoga, I will give you some options and feel free to do any additional options you want and that feel good for you. Hi, Taylor, welcome from Granville. So Jenna will be watching the, Indiana, wonderful. Jenna will be watching the chat just in case anything happens during. Hopefully you can hear my voice the whole time. Perfect, Sandy. If I stand back here, I just want to make sure you can hear my voice. So this is just a little test. And then let me play a little music. First class ever. Welcome, Kathy. Thank you. This is wonderful. So let me just turn on a little music so you guys can adjust your volumes, right? Your volume in your own space. So this is my voice. That's my music. It's gonna come in nice and gentle and soft. So if you can't hear, please feel free to, if something happens with music, I'm in the middle of teaching, feel free to type. Jenna will watch the chat panel for me. All right, let's get started. So go ahead and, if you don't have a mat, no big deal, right? And then Jenna, just open up your mic if I need to hear anything, so you can talk to me that way. Okay, perfect. So set your feet hip distance apart. Bring all of your toes up off the ground. Really spread them out and see if you can feel the ball of your foot broadening, right? So not just the toes opening, but the ball of your foot broadening, and then set your toes back down. Let your heels gently lift off and kind of reach them back. Lengthen your feet. Yoga is about connecting with your body. It's not about getting into a pretzel, right? It's about connecting with your body and connecting with your breath. And so those are our two most important things today. From your feet, lift up lightly, as tall as you can through the top of your head. Let your shoulders drop. And then I want to invite you to close your eyes. And what happens when we close our eyes is we get more attention inward. So begin to simply notice your breath. Notice your body and body parts with no judgment and no expectations. Just be interested and curious about how your body feels and where your breath is moving to within the body. It's not always a common practice to focus inward. So this is a practice. If any part of it is challenging, it's perfectly fine. It's just practice, doing something different, being attentive to something different. So I want to invite you to place one hand on your belly and one hand up on your chest. And again, simply notice your breathing. And notice what movement you might have underneath your hands. Now in yoga, we want to do more of a belly breath than a chest breath. So go ahead and let the bottom hand move and see if you can keep the top hand pretty still. So bypass through the chest and expand the belly. This is where your relaxation center lies in the body, deep in the belly. So we don't have to try to relax. We just tap into that system in the body. Continue with that breath and let your arms drop down. Give them a little shake. So many times I'm going to stand sideways just so you can see what the movement looks like, but you can stay facing forward, facing any direction you want. So from a tall stance, I'd like you to drop your chin to your chest and just notice the weight of your head. If you have a lot going on in your head, imagine it dumping out right now. Just releasing thought, specific focused thought. Just let it go. Tune into the body. Now let your shoulders also drop, just that upper back. Draw the belly button toward your spine. Breathe into that space and just notice it. Now bend your knees and let your hands hang in front of your knees, halfway fold. Find a nice rounding of your spine, but feel supported. If you need to support yourself, just place your hands on your knees. Otherwise, let it hang and let your breath move into your back ribs. Now continue to go down into what we call forward fold. Again, you can support on your own legs anytime you need. You can also widen your legs. Get into a place that you can release. Honor your own release. Continue breathing. Continue breathing. Dropping volume just a teeny bit of the music. Now let's go back up, rolling through your spine, all the way up, with your arms over your head. Take a nice big reach up, and then reverse. Drop your arms, drop your head, bend your knees, roll back down. Release as far as you can before you come up again, rolling up. Now at this point, do not worry about how fast or how slow you're going. Do not stay connected with me. Do it it your own way. Going down and up, just lubricating the body, lubricating the joints, warming up from head to toes. Adding on, the next time you're at the top, can you lift your heels off the ground, way up high, and then back down. Adding on, I'd like you to bend your knees and go as low of a squat as you can. So honor your body, honor your knees, honor anything that's going on in your body, but go as low as you can. Head dropped, body heavy. And then roll back up, take your time. Move gently through your body, honoring your body and how it feels. Tippy toes at the top. Take your time, rolling back down. I hope that your body is getting warmer. That's the goal of this gentle movement. Taking it up and down 2 more times. Your own way. And whenever you're done with your 2 times, we're going to come back to how we started in mountain pose with that standing posture. So finding your stand, checking in with your posture, your breath. And then shaking it out a little bit. We're gonna move toward the front of your mat if you have a mat, or just make sure you have a little space behind you. We're gonna go into some warrior poses, some strong poses. So feet together, arms come forward, straight up. Hold them up by your ears, just lengthen. And then take your right foot back about 2.5 to 3 feet. Turn it a little bit sideways, like a 45-degree angle. Bending your front leg, lift yourself up. Now imagine your lower body really connected to the ground. And your upper body lightly lifting. Gentle hug of your muscles to your bones, to your center. Warrior 1. Now opening to Warrior 2, you're going to turn your back foot 90, but slide it back. See if you can slide it back. Now make sure you feel safe and stuck to your ground, not slippery. Bending your front knee, looking forward, like a focused arrow. Directed in a forward direction. Keeping your legs strong. Take your back hand on your back leg, lift up. Notice where in your body this opens. It might be different on many of us, but it's okay. Wherever it opens for you, windmill forward. We're going to take the forearm to that front thigh. Lift up your top hand and then open it. Open it. Keep lifting. Coming back to Warrior 2. That's the one we focus forward. Hugging your legs with your leg muscles. Right? Hug the leg muscles gently. And then we're going to come back forward. That back foot is going to come forward. It doesn't have to be super smooth. Pause in the front. Notice your legs, the sides of your body, how they might feel a little different because we've only done one. Let's do the second one. Release your arms, lift up. Straight up nice and tall. Your left foot goes back about 2.5 feet. 45-degree angle. Bend your front knee. Lift up, lengthen, and just pause. Let the body open. Let the muscles lengthen. Please don't force. It's not helpful. Opening up to warrior two, that back foot turns and we slide it back a little bit. We deepen, honoring our own strength. Now friends, see if you can wiggle your front toes. Wiggle them so they're not pressed into the ground. Wiggle your toes. Strengthen your legs. Reverse warrior, hand on your back leg, lift up. Find a sweet spot of stretch, wherever that is for you. Keep breathing, come back to your breath every time. Windmill forward. The forearm goes on your front thigh. You lift up, spread your fingers out and lift. Continue the breath. The breath will move the body. The breath will soften the muscles. Come on back to warrior two. Focus forward. Hugging your leg muscles gently so we're solid and supported. And then coming back forward a step or two, back to that prayer position right in the front. Notice your legs, notice a little more similarity. We're gonna do that one more time because you know it, and then we're gonna add on. Here we go, lift your arms up, nice big breath in. Right foot goes back, 2.5 to 3 feet, warrior one, deepen and lift. Opening up, warrior two, slide your back foot back. Deepen just a little bit, nice and strong. Wiggle your front toes, remember. Hugging those muscles. Reverse warrior, lift up. If this bothers your neck at all, you can turn and look at your back foot. That is okay as well. Windmill forward, forearm on your front thigh. Lift up and open. And now the top arm, friends, is gonna come down to the floor. Turn your back heel up. Take your other hand to the ground. We're in a lunge. Okay, honor yourself. If you need to put your back knee down, you may. If you need to keep your hips higher, you may. But I want you to feel some length from your back heel through the top of your head. Move them to opposite sides of your room. And then let the back knee come down. Everybody, back knee come down. Now lengthen your head diagonally forward. Create a nice space on that hip flexor. A little bit, I want you to feel it in this space. See if you can find and connect. That's a space that gets closed off, tight, contracted, and it's important to open. Curl your back toes under, come up to that higher lunge. Now we're gonna take the back foot and step forward up to the front foot. Hang in forward fold, let your body just drop. And roll back up to mountain pose or that first standing position. Pause right here. Take a notice of your body, your hips. Does one feel different than the other? Let's go deeper on the second side. Lift up, inhale. Left foot goes back, 2.5 to 3 feet. Deepen the bend. Lift lightly upward. Let the body soften with your breath. Opening to warrior two, turn your back foot, slide it back a smidge and deepen. Gently hugging the muscles, creating an openness in your body. Reverse warrior, lift up. Remember, you can look at your back foot if you'd like. Send breath deeply into the belly. Windmill forward. Put your forearm on your front thigh. Open the top hand. Lengthen and lift. The top hand is going to come to the floor, forward. Your back heel is going to come up off the ground. Both hands on the ground. Find yourself a lunge. Your lunge. It doesn't have to look like anyone else's. Press your back heel to the back of your room. Your head to the front of your room. Breathing. Let the back knee come on down. Your head moves on a diagonal forward. And say a little hello to your hip. The front of your hip flexor. It's a lot of times flexed. We want to extend it right here. Curl your back toes under back to your higher lunge. Come up. Take your back foot forward to your front foot and fold. Let it go, let it go. And then roll up to mountain pose or that standing posture. Pausing, taking an observation moment. Relaxing, being still, all kinds of practices. Good, let's take a nice big inhale, both arms out to the side, lift up. So this time, bring your hands down, and this time bring them behind your back. Interlock your fingers, and then open your chest. This is called chest expansion. Let the chin rise up slightly. Drop your shoulders back. Remember to honor if you have anything going on in your shoulders. Just do the best you can today. No judgments, no expectations. As we release the arms, bring them back up over your head. Interlock them over your head, except the pointer fingers. Point those fingers up as high and as tall as you can. Now drop your tailbone. Lift your belly button up just a little bit. Those pointer fingers, I want them to point to the ceiling corners of your room. So just go side to side a couple times. Saying hello to your side bodies. Through the waist, but maybe into the hip, up into the ribs. Just let that feel good. Come center, pause. Hug your fingers, wrap them around your hands up there. Activate some finger blood flow. And then release, let it go. Pause back in mountain pose. Notice the energy movement throughout your body. Awaking places that maybe aren't every day awake. Bring your hands behind your back. One more time, chest expansion. We always love to repeat postures because we know them. We can go back and we can deepen. Just get to try it again. As you move your breath into your body, move it into different spaces. Direct your breath into different spaces. And as you release, lift up. All the way up, interlocking your hands, pointers, point to the ceiling, lift up, hug your head with your arms. Do the best that you can. Best that's available for you today. Do you know every day is different? Allow it to be different. Reach up side to side. We sometimes get ourselves stuck in a place because we say we can't do that. Or I have this injury and my body opportunities open, you'll be amazed at what your body is capable of. Finishing in the center tall. Hug your fingers, hug your thumbs around each other up there. And then let it go. Let it drop down the arms out your fingertips. Beautiful. We're going to go into sun salutations. So again, we're going to start at the front of your mat. I'm going to give several options, so just honor yourself, okay? So arms open, take a nice big inhale, lift up. Now, go for airplane arms. So right out to the side. Hug your shoulders in the back so you open your chest. Just hug your shoulders behind you. Back strength. Yeah, it's good for your posture. Now, bend your knees and fold halfway. So you're making like an airplane in your body. Reach to the sides of your room and to the front of your room with your head. And then continue your fold all the way down, whatever all the way is for you. Now, take your head forward and bring your hands to your shins. See if you can make a table with your back. Imagine making a table with your back. Now, we're going to step back into a high plank position. So bend your knees, put your hands on the floor, step back into what I call high plank. You can always put your knees down on the ground if you want. Okay, spread your fingers out. Feel for this moment your own strength. You have strength. Set your knees down, stay strong. Sit back, child's pose. You're going to push your hips back to your heels. Keep your hands right there, drop down. You can always open your knees more if you want. Breathe and notice a place in your body that is benefiting right now from this. And continue the breath and continue the benefits. Coming back forward. We're going to stay on our knees just for this moment. So we practice this lower push-up thing. It's kind of like a push-up but in reverse. We're going to hug the elbows close to the body and lay yourself down on the ground. I know that's not everybody's favorite, but laying on the ground might be. Now lift your head up. Keep your hands on the ground. Keep your elbows back. Expand your chest, and you can choose to go higher, 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 higher. Totally up to you. However high you want to go. And then downward facing dog. Curl your toes under, lift up, and come into this tent-like position called downward facing dog. So we're going to breathe here for several repetitions. And I want you to become aware of the body parts involved. Fingers nice and wide. Shoulders nice and wide. Hips nice and high. Bring your hips up nice and high. Heels toward the ground. Not on the ground, but toward the ground. Walk your feet forward up to your hands. Take your time. Make a table with your back extension. Fold again. And then airplane arms in reverse. Take your flight all the way up. And then center mountain pose where we pause, where we started, where we check in. We don't need to be in a hurry. It's actually not beneficial to hurry and stretch, right? Slowly stretch. So now that we know that series, we're going to do it again. So here we go. Arms up. Nice big inhale. Lift. airplane arms, fold halfway. Just pause in that halfway. Practice strength and length. Release, fold all the way down. And then make a table with your back. Extend your body forward, lengthen, and then high plank. Take your time, coming down. Step back, high plank. Now this time, you can put your knees down whenever you want, or you can stay up a little higher. We're all gonna lower our nose to the ground, that reverse push-up. Lower yourself down. And then come up with your head, upward facing dog. Take your time. Downward facing dog. Lift up. Lengthen back. Technically, this is a resting position. Now I laugh because it doesn't always feel resting, and it's okay to laugh at yourself. But we're gonna practice resting and breathing in a strong, stretched position. Walk your feet forward up to your hands. Make a table with your back extension. And then fold. And then airplane arms open to come to the top. Keep your knees bent. Lift all the way up. And then center mountain pose. Pause. So we're gonna let this become a little bit of a flow. Same exact thing. Here we go, lift up, inhale. Airplane, we're gonna flow all the way to the fold. Bend your knees. Deepen and extend. Head forward, tabletop position. Step back, high plank. Knees down whenever you want, take your time. Lower your nose. Coming up into upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift. Let yourself go a little deeper as you get warmer, as you repeat. Walk your feet forward, up to your hands. Extension and fold. Airplane, come up tall. And release. All right, friends, keep flowing. One more time. Lift up. Lift up. Open airplane, moving toward your fold. Do it your way. Eyes forward, extend. Your way is the right way. Step back, high plank. Low plank, knees down if you want. Lower your nose. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And moving into child's pose, put your knees down. Now widen them a little bit. And then sit back. Drop your elbows, maybe your head. Let your belly go right between your legs. Breathe. Release. Coming up to hands and knees position. So I'd like you to line your knees right up under your hips and your hands right under your shoulders. Making a table again with your back. And then this is called the cat stretch. So like cats often do, they round up their backs and tuck their head under. And, oh, it just feels like a nice good stretch. And then go back to neutral center. And then drop your belly and lift your head. This is called the cow pose. Imagine a bunch of cows in the posture. The bellies are dropped. The head might come reverse cat stretch. Your spine, my friends, is the communication center in your body. Reverse cow pose, lengthen. Spine is connecting the top and the bottom of your body. Reverse tuck. And if we don't move it, it gets really stiff. We get limited in our movements and our twisting. One more reverse cow pose, lengthen. And then come back to neutral. Super important to move your spine. So we're gonna go into a little bit of a twist. This is called thread the needle. So we're gonna take your left hand and thread it right between your right arm and right leg. Lay your shoulder down on the ground. Okay, if it doesn't go all the way down, that's okay. If your head lays down, that's okay too. Your tailbone is up in the air. Now with your right hand, press yourself into a little more of a twist. Let the body twist. There's one more option if you want to try it. It's taking your right hand up toward the ceiling to help you twist even more, but that's a choice. You don't have to. Keep twisting. Come on back gently. Take your time back to hands and knees. Hands and knees right in the center, lengthen. One cat and one cow pose, just to move in this direction. Come back to neutral, center. Let's thread the needle the other direction. So your right hand goes through the other side. You may notice one side is easier to twist to than the other. Press that shoulder, the left shoulder up to twist. And again, your choice to lift your left arm. Let yourself get heavy in the floor and light toward the ceiling. Breathing, there's nothing else you need to do. We're not forcing, pressing, moving. We're just being. Come on, back center. Hands and knees. And then let's take a cat and cow. One more just to center ourselves back. Breathing. Neutral spine. And then we're going to take a shift to a seated position. So go ahead and adjust. Bringing your feet in front of you. Keep them hip distance apart, sitting up as tall as you can, and go ahead and rock side to side. And see if you can feel your sit bone, your bone hit the ground. If you can't feel it, bend your knees and then do it. That is your sit bone, your pelvis alignment correct. Okay? That's where we want to be. Now, you can keep your legs bent if that helps, or you may have them go straighter. Arms lift up, everybody. Nice big inhale. So we're going to do a seated fold. So fold forward. Let your hands drop to the ground. Let your head drop. And wherever you are, just breathe. Just kind of notice where you are without judgment. Notice the spaces your body right now is lengthening or is talking to you. Roll yourself back to sitting, all the way up. Arms come all the way up. Nice big inhale. Lift, lift, lift. Beautiful. We're going to take one more shift onto our backs. So come on down. Bring your legs with you into your chest as you come down. Hug them in just a little bit. And give yourself a little rock side to side. Beautiful. Find center. Be sure your chin is tucked in, so your neck nice and long in the back. Get your right knee into your chest. Stretch your left leg all the way out. Interlock your fingers over your right shin and hug your leg to your body. Elbows are close to your body. Now as you belly breathe, the connection of your thigh and your belly, give a little massage to the internal organs. This is super, super important, and one of the benefits of yoga positions is that the internal organs sometimes get a little activated. They get a little massage or squeeze. Now take your right ankle and just circle it around and around. Spread your toes out a little bit. And then pause. Bring the left leg back up. Switch. Left leg stays in, right leg goes out. Lengthen first. Create some thigh and belly connection with your breath. Give that side a little massage. And then take your left ankle and begin to circle it. And then pause. Bring the right leg back up to center, both legs into the chest. Hold them here. Try not to cross your feet. Just have them held here. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. We're going to hug both of our legs in. So lift your upper body off the ground. Wrap your arms around your legs as snug as you can. Give yourself the biggest hug possible. And then keep your hug and set the back of your head back down on the ground. Now breathe and allow the massage between the body and the legs happen. And then let go of the arms. Drop the feet to the floor. Relax your arms. And take your knees and just let them sway from side to side. Give your body a little bit more twist. So we are going to move into Shavasana, which is our final pose in yoga. So go ahead and lengthen your legs. Give them a little shake and just let your feet relax. And then bring your hands by your sides, your palms facing up. This is also known as corpse pose. So like the water and the music, allow your body to just flow toward the ground. The softness everywhere. For the next few minutes, I'd like you to practice being still. You have done a lot of opening and lengthening in your body, and it's still there, so I want to keep it for a little bit longer. So your body will remember the new lake, the new open space. Super important part of class right here, so don't let yourself skip I'll bring you out of it in a couple minutes. So without moving, bring your awareness back to your breathing. Notice your breath. And then go ahead and take one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. You can bypass the chest to go a couple more deep belly breaths. And in your most gentle way, I'd like you to come into a fetal position on one side. So however you need to move or adjust, roll to one side and just lay in a fetal position for a moment. This childlike position is a reminder that we still need to be taken care of. And that it's our job, and it's our gift to be able to take care of ourselves. And then slowly and gently bring yourself up to a seated position, just in your own space, sitting nice and tall in a comfortable way. Letting the shoulders drop back and the head come up nice and high. And then together in all of our spaces, let's open our arms wide, knowing that we've all been here together. Hands come to your heart center. Pause there for a moment. Sharing a little gratitude with yourself for showing up, for being part of this practice together. And we finish with namaste. Thank you all so much for being here, being with me today. It's a great way to start the morning. Awesome. If you have any questions, Feel free to post or any comments. I put my name in there. I'm not currently teaching yoga online, but I may this winter, just because of our situation that we're all still working out in our homes. I also teach a really easy, fun, empowering dance fitness program, super easy, on a regular basis called Groove. So if anyone's interested in that, I teach that as well on Zoom. So you can join me from anywhere. Those will start probably in November. I have a daughter getting married this Friday. So I'm mama in wedding mode. Music, let me see. Right now what is playing is, let me type it in. Body and Soul Pure Zen. I also played by Benjamin Black and Steve Tripoli. I think you can find both of these on Spotify or Apple Music as well. So great questions. Thank you. Thank you. So I know there's other things going on today for Hope College event. Thank you so much, Kathy. Enjoy your day. Thank you, Jenna, for having me.